Hello everybody, welcome. How is everybody doing today? I hope this finds everybody doing well. Of course, I'm jumping onto my other device. And we are there. All right. Hello everybody, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My name is Kristen Conant and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. You are joining me live in the Create with Love Stampin' Studio. Welcome. A couple of reminders here before we get started. Number one, I think the only new thing we have going on right at this particular moment is the new product of the month that started at the beginning of June. And I did a video on this, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It is called the Wild Bunch Stamp Set, and it looks like this. Super cute. Take a look at that. Yesterday, we did, Stampin' Up! Did an online class that I participated in. And when I turn the camera around today, I'm going to share those projects with you. If you have not taken any of the classes that Stampin' Up! Offers, you are missing out. I always learn something new from them and the artisans that they have there at Stampin' Up! It's amazing. If you miss it, that's okay. It's not too late. You can still purchase the class. The class is $30. It was called Scenic Coast. Now, of course, it won't be live, but that sometimes can be a perk because you can watch the replay to your heart's content. Give it a watch after you purchase it, and if you do not have the product and you've fallen in love with it, you can then order the product and get that in, and then you can watch it again and then create the same projects that we did. It is amazing. We had a great time. And they made an announcement that another class is coming July 16th. So that's all we know right now. I'm sure they will have information to us soon. So stay tuned for that. Now, what is going on here in the Create with Love Studio? Did you know that I hold just about a weekly class here in the studio? And I say just about because every once in a while there's an extra Monday in the month. And when that happens, we get a Monday off. And sometimes the holiday falls on a Monday. And when the holidays are on a Monday, we of course don't gather. We get a break on that day too. So here's what's coming up in the Create with Love Studio. It is too late to register for the July 6th class, which is going to be Scenic Coast. Now, the first Monday, last Monday of every month is always a product-based class so that you can mark your calendars for every month for the rest of the year. You'll know that these classes will be held the first and last Monday, like I said, are product-based classes. The second Monday of every month are my 10-card class. Let me back up a minute. The product-based classes, when you register for those, or RSVP for them, you do need to RSVP no later than 3 weeks prior to the class with prepayment, because I have to order your products and get those here for you to have to use for the class. The 10-card class, like I was saying, is the second Monday of every month. This one you do not need to prepay for because some make all 10, some don't make all 10, and so the price will depend on how many cards you make. But you do need to RSVP 2 weeks prior for this class so that I can have a card kit cut and ready for you. The third Monday of every month is my 6-card class. And my 6-card class, we do 3 different cards. You make 2 of each of those cards. The fee for this class is $30, or it is free if you place a $35 order that night. You do also need to RSVP for the 6-card class 2 weeks prior so that I, again, can have a card kit cut and ready for you to use when you come here to class. So the next product-based class that you can now register for, that is going to be held Monday, July 27th, 7 p.m., and that is the last Monday of July. The class is called Velvet Meadow, and in this class, you will receive the Dreamy Flowers embellishments, the Velveteen Assortment specialty paper, and the Velvet Meadow 12 by 12 DSP. Fee for this class is $56, and that is due to me by July 6th. Let's go over August class real quick so that you know what's coming. The first Monday in August, Monday, August 3rd, we're going to do the Moonlit Flora Suite. Again, you will get the Dewdrop embellishments, linen thread, and then the Moonlit Flora DSP. $43 fee is due to me by July 13th. So I want to share this because July is right around the corner. Again, second Monday in August, Monday, August 11th is a 10-card class, 2-week RSVP. 6-card class is a Monday, August 17th, RSVP, 2 weeks prior to that class. And then the last Monday of August, we are going to do Christmas in August. Yep, you heard me right. Stampin' Up! Has listened to us demonstrators, and they have released some early product for Christmas and Halloween. And so the last Monday of August, I am going to do a Christmas class. And I will give you more information on that next week, as I have forgotten to update my sheet and I don't want to give you misinformation. Okay? All right. So here's the thing for today. We are going to turn the camera down and around as per usual so that you can see the cards as I make them. I am using lots of different products today. So here is your hint. Grab a piece of paper, grab a pencil so you can write everything down. Okay? Now, if you get seasick at all, do not like motion, now is your chance to look away so that I don't make you sick, and we will get started on today's projects very shortly. But first, if I don't forget, I want to share with you those projects that we did at yesterday's Scenic Coast class with Stampin' Up! So let's turn the camera down. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay, it is safe to look. Hey, Dawn, thanks for jumping on. Sorry, I had the camera turned around so I couldn't see who was here. Welcome, welcome. If you jump on live, please say hello so that I can hopefully see you and say hello back. And if you are catching the replay, please say hello as well so that I can say hi to those of you who have stopped by to see us also. Okay, without further ado, here are the cards that we did yesterday at the online with Stampin' Up! Scenic Coast cards. This was the first card we did. I don't know if you can see, but this is some of our new vellum that has shimmer to it. Very pretty. The seagulls are done out of the pink version of the vellum. So this vellum comes in blue, pink, and gold in one package. And there's 2 sheets of each in that package, and I love it. Then, of course, we got a little bit of bling bling going on here on this one. Now, card number 2 that we did yesterday was very labor intensive, but so worth it. They were so good on taking their time and sharing with you so that you could keep up. And if you didn't, that's okay too, because those of us who did purchase the class, like I said, you can watch it as many times as you want. So if you didn't get something done, you can go back, rewatch it, and finish up. So those of you who like these projects and would like to take this class, order your class now so that you can get in on it. Okay, so now this one, we learned watercoloring technique on this one, which is cool. And this one has a special fold. So this greeting holds this down. So then this flips over and then this flips open this way. So isn't that pretty? I love this one. Yes, I'm going to have to steal this idea and do some more cards similar. Card number 3 that we did, here's some of that gold vellum. Oops, and there was gold vellum on this one too. See the sun rays here? That was done in the gold vellum. So now you can see all 3 colors. We have the blue here, the pink here, gold on here, but you can see more gold here. So this one is what we call a shabby chic type technique. We did several techniques yesterday, which is always fun to revisit, because sometimes we don't think to do these techniques, so it's fun. But look at the inside too. Isn't that cool? Love it. And then the last one is something very, very different. We've not done anything like this, but it was so fun to do. I always love doing new things. And then under here is, again, this is the gold vellum layered over some color. So if you look, you can see that color shines through on that vellum. So that's really cool. So those were the 4 projects that we did with Stampin' Up! Yesterday. Like I said, if you would like to do these projects, order the class. You can still do that. Okay. Today's projects. Are you guys ready? Like I said, you want a piece of paper. My card 2 is wonky. Wonky is okay. They're handmade, right? Okay. Several things we're using today. Okay. So here we go. Product number 1, we're using a 2 3/8 inch circle punch on one of the projects. Okay. So write that down. Item number 2, we are using the Fern and Flora detailed embossing folder on one of the projects. So there is that. Whoops. Then I am using a family celebration for the greeting on, is it one of the cards or 2? I think it's 2 of the cards, I believe. And then I'm also using Words of Beauty, both the stamp set and the dies, on another card. I am also using this die cut right here from the Flora Flight Accents. Okay, there's several die cuts on here, and that's one that I'm using. Here is that beautiful shimmery vellum. I am using a piece of that blue vellum on one of the cards today. So you can see it is loved. Yes, it is. Then on one of my cards, I am bringing in the Paper Medley DSP. So you can see this one is a variety pack. We've got crumb cake, we've got hydrangea hue, we've got black and white polka dots, black and white stripes. We've got the misty moonlight with the white polka dots, denim on this side. We have, I don't know what kind of a pattern you want to call that, but it's fun. Yellow on the back. We have a wood green on this one. Flowers on the back of that one. We have this stitched looking piece, and then an ombre or tie-dyed kind of weathered look on that side. So, and as you can see, this package of DSP is very well loved too. So if you haven't gotten the Paper Medley 12 by 12, you won't be sorry, okay? Just saying. So the star of the show today is going to be this pack of paper right here. It is called Artisan Sketched Garden. It is 12 by 12. It is all black and white. So we have a bold pattern on one side, and we have a softer pattern on the opposite side. This piece has all of these vases with the plants and flowers in it. This one has the flowers on stems with black and white on the back. Oops, I didn't flip this one over. This one is that pattern on the back. Let me see. Yep, I've already got that one. I'm trying to see. Okay, here's another one. This is the back side, which is like a damask pattern, and this is the side there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is 5 polka dots and flowers, and then there's one more. Yep, this one right here, this floral right here. There's like a bunch of roses all over it, and then the back side is that. So beautiful paper. Again, this is the star of the show today. So we are going to be using this. In addition to that, let me get a drink. Sorry, already getting a catch in my throat. In addition to that, I am also using some Stampin' Blends because of the vases with all the flowers and greenery in it. So I've got our new in color Golden Glow. I've got our new color Peaceful Pine. And then I have our new color Crisp Cantaloupe that I'm using. Then I did grab light Smoky Slate for some of it. And then I also grabbed light Pool Party. Okay? So we're using those. I'm also using a couple of different blending brushes today. And here are the inks that I'm using. We are using Basic Gray, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, Balmy Blue, Memento Black, and Crisp Cantaloupe. Okay? I told you there's a lot of things. So, let's get started. Okay, so on card number 1, this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So you just need to line up your edges, and then you use a bone folder and make the fold nice and crisp so it lays flat. I need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. That is for the liner. Then I need a piece of basic white that is 1 by 2 1/4. I need a piece of designer paper that is 2 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I have chose that pattern. And with that pattern, I also need a piece of DSP that is 1/2 inch by 4 inches. Then I needed a piece of Crisp Cantaloupe that was 3/4 inch by 4 inches. And I went ahead and banner cut both ends of that, so that is ready to go. And then I got a scrap piece of basic black to use that 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Went ahead and punched that out. And then I had taken, let me see if I can find it here. One more, okay. This pattern right here, as you can see down here, there's some missing, right? Well, the pattern repeats, so this row right here was down here. So you might be able to tell which ones I have fussy cut for our projects today. So project number 1, I went ahead and fussy cut this one out, and using those Stampin' Blends markers, I did the coloring ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me do it, but I used the Crisp Cantaloupe, both light and dark. I used the Peaceful Pine, both light and dark, and then I use the pool parties to color in the water just slightly so you can see what that looked like. Okay, and so first, let me see, I have my Stampin' Pierce mat here. I need to stamp my greeting on this one, and this one came from that first greeting set. What did I do with that now? It is a family celebration, okay? But there's also some words in there that you can use, and it says, to you. There we go. So I have went ahead and stamped that now, so we can put that away. And now we can start assembling our card. I have 3 projects to make with you today. So I'm going to take this one, and this is going to go at the bottom of our 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of basic white. And then we're going to flip this over, put adhesive, maybe, on the back of here. And then this is going to go on the inside of our card, like so. Then I'm going to take this, piece of DSP, and I am going to put adhesive on the back of here. And this one is going to get approximately centered. Okay, then I'm going to take this banner. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of here. This is going to go on here, right there, like so. And now our punched circle, I'm going to put adhesive on the back of here, and this one is going to go on here. Oop. Like so. And then I'm going to take my image, and you can see with Stampin' Blends, it bleeds through to the back. I am going to take some of our dimensionals and a mini dimensional up here. And now I'm going to peel off the backings on these. And then this is going to get centered on the black circle. And now this greeting that I did, I am going to quickly fussy cut. Yep, today's all about fussy cutting. And while I'm on that subject, I want to give a shout out to 2 of my friends, Jenna and Eric, who are always watching me. I appreciate you. They're either here on the live, or a lot of times they are watching the replay. And one of them is not a fan of fussy cutting, but that's okay. We'll forgive you. But I do appreciate you watching me all the time. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Put dimensionals on the back of this. Peel off the backings. Oops. You know what? I don't need that middle one. That was an oops. Don't need the middle one. Just need the 2 end ones. This is already up on dimensionals, the base, so it supports it. So there we go. There is card number 1. I hope you like that one. All right, so card number 2. We are using, oh, by the way, let me tell you this too. The first card, I found a sketch that I liked, and so I recreated it looking at the sketch. No, it was, how do I want to say it? It showed like the piece of paper, the circle, and the banner, but everything else I did on my own. Now, this particular card that I'm going to do comes right out of the catalog on page 54. We're going to recreate this one right here, but we're changing up the greetings on this one. So for this one, we need a piece of Peaceful Pine. Again, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Line up the corners. Give it a burnish so that it lays flat. Then I need a piece of basic white for the inside liner, 4 by 5 1/4. I need a piece of DSP. This one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I need a piece of that same DSP that is a 1/2 inch by 4. Then I took a piece of white, scrap white, ran it through the die cut emboss machine with that fern and flora embossing folder. And then I forgot to tell you that I used this circle punch too. So you need the 1 7/8 inch circle punch. And I went ahead and punched those out. Then I went ahead and fussy cut, and using those Stampin' Blends again, I used the Peaceful Pine and Smoky Slate, Peaceful Pine, Crisp Cantaloupe, and Smoky Slate. And then I used Pool Party, Peaceful Pine, and Golden Glow on those. Then I also need some of our two-tone cardstock. If you have not used our two-tone cardstock, there are so many cool things that you can do with this, and there's more things to come in the future. That is all I can say right now, but you won't be sorry. Okay, so this is our two-tone cardstock. So I cut a piece of this that is 3/4 inch by 2 1/4, and then this one that is a 1/2 inch by 1 1/2, and this is why it's two-tone. Can you see the difference between the light and the dark? So it's dark on one side and lighter on the other. So there is that. We are ready to put our card together. And so I'm going to take this DSP and put adhesive on the back of this. And then this piece again is going to go on our liner. And this time I want a little bit of a white border on it, I think. I like to do that sometimes. I change it up every now and again. Put adhesive on the back of the liner. And then this goes right in the middle of the inside of our card, like so. And then this piece of our designer paper, I need to put adhesive on the back of here. And then this one is going to get lined up with this. So it fits the whole card front like so. So just give it a minute. Okay, so there is that. And then I'm just going to lay these out for right now. And again, I'm looking at my catalog to see how these are going to be. Now, I did change up one thing from the catalog, and that is they used a different flower on the bottom. I decided to use this one. Just a little something different. It's all good. So now I'm going to take and put adhesive on the back of this circle. And this is why I laid these out so that I can see. This one's going to go up, and this one is going to go right about there. I'm going to put adhesive on the back of my second circle. And this one is going to go over here on this side, like so. And now with our third one, put adhesive on the back of this one. And then this one is going to go on here. Oops. Like, so there we go. Okay, so this is what we're looking like. Okay, so now I need dimensionals on my colored pieces that I have already fussy cut. Yep, there's that bad word, Jenna. Okay, and then this is going to go in here like so. We're going to flip this one over. Let's put some dimensionals on this one. Let's do a little one on there. And we're going to do one more. Probably doesn't need it, but why not, right? And then this now is going to go like this. There we go. And now we need dimensionals on the back of this one. Okay. And yep, one more. That's good. Peel off the backings to these. Okay. And then this one is going to go over to this side like so. Now we just need to stamp our greeting. So I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat and my 2 pieces of paper and my crisp cantaloupe. And on this one, it has happy birthday to my. And so because it is a photopolymer stamp set and it is spaced out, it's very easy to ink up just the words that I want. And I want to stamp to my. There's that one. And then I need this stamp that has friend on it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this one and stamp it right there like so. Now I'm going to do a little bit of trim work to this. So this one, I am going to bring in my little personal trimmer. This was an incentive that we were able to earn a while back from Stampin' Up, and I bring this out all the time. I love it for quick trims like that. So there is that done. And on friend, I'm going to trim off some of that, and I think just a little bit on this side as well. I always like to make them just a little bit bigger so that I can, yeah. So on this one, I am going to half fussy cut this one out like so for something different. And actually, now that I see it, I believe I want to take a little bit more off on on the front side of this. There we go. I like that better. There we go. And so now we just need to add that onto our card. And so I need dimensionals under this one. I'm going to use our mini dimensionals. Put a couple on here. And then on the front, that is going to go down here like so. So I need a dimensional off here to this side. This word is a little bit bigger than what they used. It's okay. Their ideas are just that. They're ideas for starting points, right? So there's that. Peel off the backing from our other greeting. And this is going to go up here like so. There is card number 2. Again, the card came right from page 54. They had to my mom. See? And I want to my friend. All right. Okay, card number 3. This is our last card today. It too comes from our catalog. And this one comes from page 41 of the catalog, and it's this one right here. So this is the one that used the Words of Beauty bundle, and we are going to create this card right here. Okay, so let's talk about our pieces. We need a piece of balmy blue. Again, that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Line up the corners, give it a burnish so it lays flat. We need a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. This time we need a piece of DSP that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and they use that one, so we're going to use that. Then I cut another piece of this one that is a 1/2 inch by, it should be 4. It's longer than what I need. It's okay. We'll cut it down. It's not a big deal. Then I need a piece of that vellum that is 2 inches by 4 1/4. Here is that blue shimmer vellum. Love it. Then here is that die cut out of that package of the floral flight accents. Then I took scrap paper ahead of time and cut out our words that we need. This particular die set, there's 3 to because, the word because. We have this bigger bubble, we have a medium bubble, and then we have our word because. So we're going to layer those together. Then in the same dies, there's this long one. I went ahead and cut that out. And then I also needed a small piece of balmy blue that is 5/8 of an inch by 1 inch. And I think I may need to trim this one down too. We will see here in just a second. I am going to be using my basic gray ink. Oh, thanks, Dawn. And I am going to ink up the word just. And it is going to go on here. Like so. And then I need this one that I went ahead and die cut. And then I'm going to stamp the words, I appreciate you. And that goes in here, like so. Okay, it's all coming together. so nicely. Okay, so the next thing I am now going to do is I am going to take our designer paper, and I need a scrap piece of paper here, just so I don't get ink where I don't want it. And I'm going to do some blending. Remember I said you need some blending brushes? So we are going to use Daffodil Delight. And I'm grabbing my yellow brush, and you can't see it over there, so I'm going to pick up some ink. I'm going to tap it off on there, and then on my white paper, I am going to go ahead on Blossoms and blend brush. Now this technique, you have to be, how should I say, you have to guard those who are OCD, because it's not meant to be exact and precise. You go out of the lines, it is okay. I promise you, you will be fine. So I'm going to add some color just like that on there. So there's my yellow. And so now I'm going to come in with our Old Olive and grab some ink from the Old Olive. And we're going to do on the greeneries. Again, remember, this is kind of like abstract art, right? Okay, so you notice I started with my prominent picture first, which is the yellow. And now we're going to add some of our green to our green areas. Okay. All right, I like those. And I see I want a little bit of yellow here, a little bit of yellow here. Good. Calling that good. So I'm done with that one. Oops, I'm kind of sort of out of view, aren't I? Sorry. There's a delay in what you see and where I am at. So hopefully this will be better. Pick up some of our Balmy Blue. And we're just going to fill in now some of the white spacing that was left. And use a light hand. You don't have to press really hard. I don't need a strong dark color. Just adding a little bit of color to it. And we just have this side over here. And if you want it darker, just go back, pick up some more color, and go back and brush over it and darken it up. So there we have that. So that part is done. So that is how you blend with our blending brushes. Easy peasy. Okay, so now let's start putting this together. So I'm going to, again, take my 1/2 inch strip. And again, this was bigger than what I needed. So, to not get adhesive on my glass mat, I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet, and I am going to put this down here like so. Flip it over, see, you can see that hanging off. So then you just give that a snip, and that is done. So now I'm going to take this, whoops, flip it over, put adhesive on the back of our liner. Again, this is our liner for the inside of our card. This is going to go in here. So our catalogs, they're not just something to shop from. They are something to use, to give you inspiration. And again, you don't have to do it exactly like they do. I guarantee you, every card you make will probably be a little bit different than the one before. And that's the beauty of handmade items, right? Okay, so now this we're lining up on our card front. It should cover the front, and it does. And so now I am going to, I know across the middle, it is going to be covered with some of our words. So I'm going to take some of our snail and put adhesive just on the center of this. And then this is going to go approximately across the center of our card, like so. And now the next thing I need is this die cut needs to get glued down. So I'm going to put some of our multi-liquid glue on here. And see if I brought some of my tweezers with me. Yes, I did. So that I can pick this up. And then this is going to go on here like so. And that will also help hold that vellum down. Okay, so that's what we have now. So now I want to put our words because together. And like I said, there are 3 pieces. So I'm going to take this middle one and put adhesive on the back. Okay. Again, I'm going to use my tweezers to assist me. And this is going to go on here. And then this white one, I have went ahead and used our adhesive sheets. Our adhesive sheets are just that. They're a sheet of adhesive that look kind of like paper that you can cut to size to fit the piece of paper that you're going to die cut. So then you just adhere that to one side of your paper, and then you would die cut it, and I run it back and forth a time or 2 so that it cuts through the entire thing. And that way I don't have to worry about adhesive getting all over my fingers. And that's how you layer this die. Isn't that awesome? Love it. Okay, so now this one is going to go on here. And we are going to adhere this one flat. So there's adhesive on that one. Again, grabbing my tweezers. And then this is going to go across here. Like so. Okay. And now I want dimensionals on my last 2 things. I want to see something. Yep, should be fine. So I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And then this one also needs dimensionals. So again, I'm going to my mini dimensionals. Whoop. So that we're going to put 5 on here. There we go, just like that. And now we just need to peel the backings off from here. Again, I want my tweezers. Whoop. Just because. And then try to peel off the backings. We are almost done. If you have any questions for me of anything that I shared with you today, anything that we talked about, that you saw, any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. And there we go. Just like that, there is card number 3. Alrighty, let's bring our cards back in. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. What do you guys think of the cards today? Isn't that paper amazing? Oops, I think I need to go over just a little bit. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I hope you guys like these projects. Like I said, use your catalogs, use the inspiration. There's lots and lots of places to find inspiration. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, thanks, Dawn. If you have any questions, reach out to me. Thank you so much. Have a great week, everybody, and I will see you next Friday at 2 p.m. for Live on Friday. Have a great week. Bye-bye.